Welcome back to the Wicked Thrifter Resell channel. We're back at it again today at a couple different Goodwills over a couple different days to see if I can find items to buy and sell and flip on eBay for a profit. Right off the bat, this is the first item I grab. I probably could have left it because the profits aren't where I want it to be. I like this brand. This was Dog Spinina. You're probably more familiar with Cat Spinina. This was a studio pottery bowl. I like the glaze on it, however, I am being a little more selective. At least some days I am on the items that I'm picking up for resale. Next, I grabbed this Japanese wood kokeshi doll. I got this off camera, so I just wanted to show you what I grabbed. I thought this was quite interesting. It looked pretty realistic for being ceramic, and it was signed on the bottom. I can't see the mic or mark now, but I chose to leave it behind. I couldn't imagine that making it in one piece. And this piece looked like treasure craft, however, I believe it was Syracuse. I believe that's the name of the maker, but I'm not 100% certain. It was in pretty decent condition, but I'm having a hard time moving anything treasure craft or anything similar to that. I'm checking out the Christmas items. And here I spot some metal or cast iron stocking holders. These can be a good pickup depending on the style or the item it is. I probably could have grabbed these. They were $4.99 a piece, and they do sell pretty regularly, and depending on what ones they are, they can be a pretty decent return. And the brand generally is Midwest Imports, I believe, is the last part, and they do fairly well. Here's that Fontanini, what I thought was a set, and I thought I missed it in a prior video, but they wanted $24.99 for this, and it is opened up now, and I looked in it. None of the pieces are there except for the manger, which is damaged. So of course that is the reason it's still there and the reason why I did not pick it up. And this was a nice fish platter. It was hand painted. It was signed on the back. They wanted $10.99 for it, but you can see the plate hanger that's on there, and it had chipped or dug in and caused some chipping on one of the sides on the fin. So I left that behind. And there on the bottom shelf is a metal outdoor thermometer and clock. It could be indoor or outdoor. This brand does fairly well. So if you do happen to see this out there, take a look it up. They sell pretty good and for a decent profit. This was a little art pottery. And this you can't see very well on the screen here, but it is a candle wax warmer or melts or oil diffuser. Here's a picture of it. I did grab it. It was $6.99. On the bottom, this had a Made in China sticker. And here is a Coca-Cola straw dispenser or jar. It is a modern one. It's like a reproduction. I didn't grab it. I ended up putting that back. The sell-through is okay, but the profit's not there. And at $6.99, I left it. Again, let me know if you see anything that I'm missing. Here's a nativity set. One of the characters kind of gave me Fontanini vibes, so I checked it out and it was not, so I put it back on the shelf. Now, more and more often, I am starting to avoid the figurines and kind of collectible items. There are a few that I'll grab. I thought this vase was interesting. There was a signature underneath. Again, I left it at $2.99. I probably should have grabbed it. There's definitely room for profit there. Lately, I've been going to a lot of estate sales and having luck at auctions, so I am a little overwhelmed with the amount of pottery I have right now. Here I'm taking a look at a glass cocktail shaker. It has cards as the theme, the suits, and I decided to leave it behind. I probably should have grabbed it, only $6.99. I'm just checking out the wood section to see if anything catches my eye. Here was some hand-carved elephant napkin rings. I'm having a hard time moving napkin rings as well. I think people are going more casual, not as much of a theme. This was a nice wood box as well. I have quite a few trinket boxes or wood boxes that I'm trying to move, so I decided to leave that behind. Just checking out the candle section. We're back at another store, and this is their vase section. Now this I believe is Viking, and I believe it's a flower frog. It's missing the top piece that would go in there. I decided to leave that behind. And again, I'm checking out the figurine section, but I'm getting more and more selective lately on what I can pick up for my store. And this is one of the items I will pick up. They don't sell for a ton, for me anyway. There's some sellers out there that can get premium price for those. But this, generally will go between $12 to $20 depending on the item. Some will go for more, obviously. Another row of figurines. And here I'm checking out the rest of the vase section. Now this vase caught my eye. It's signed by Tony Hart. However, when I looked up comps, I couldn't find any current solds and I couldn't find any comps. I didn't really take a ton of time to look it up. Maybe I missed something. Let me know down in the comments below if I did. And this was a little fused glass votive candle holder. I thought that was cute. I missed the art glass ornament down below. I wish I would have checked that out. And I'm back at a familiar store. You've probably seen this section before, but I'm checking out the vases. And there was an art pottery mug. I ended up leaving that behind. Wasn't a bad price at $2.99 for yourself, but the market has come down on those as well. You could usually get a decent return for anything that was handmade. Now the market's getting kind of tight, and then it depends on what it is and the colors and all that goes into play when you're trying to figure out if it's worth picking up or not. I'm trying to pick up more sets. And then I spotted this Indiana, I think it's tiara glass, covered candy dish. It's pink glass. I do leave that behind. Here's some comps. At $6.99, it's just not worth my time. I spotted this as well. These are made in England. This had a really, really nice quality about it. So I do grab these. It was $6.99 for the sugar and $4.99 for the creamer. I initially thought they were both $4.99 a piece, and it was only $2 difference, so I guess it doesn't make much of a difference. But I should be able to still make some decent money on that. And here's kind of a be on the lookout for. This one wasn't worth the time to pick up, but there are some Pier 1 import hors d'oeuvre sets that you might want to take a look at if you see them. Thought this was nicely done. It's hand painted, had tulips on it, and they didn't want a ton for it, but I initially didn't see that crack running across the top, so I ended up putting it back. Back in the day, those wood spoons and forks would have sold for decent money, but now with shipping, sometimes it's not worth it. And this was my last pickup for the day. This was a studio pottery piece. It's a canister or cookie jar. It is signed. They wanted $12.99 for it. And I look to be able to get $70 to at least $85 for this piece. And here's your recap. Thanks for taking the time to watch the videos. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.